What's up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and we have a Pokemon Champions leak that is incredibly interesting that may have predicted the release date and various features that will make this mobile game just more than competitive battling. Of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and support my work by becoming a channel member, and let's dive in. So this Pokemon Champions leak was posted on May 17th, 2025, so much earlier than this current Pokemon Presents that showed off the new features. Now, the reason why I'm giving this any sort of credibility is because there is a line down here that says you'll earn victory points, VP, for every win. Currency and VP are different. So they got the currency name right. If we go on the official Pokemon Champions website, it says power up with victory points. Victory points VP can be gained from ranked battles and other places in Pokemon Champions. You'll need VP to recruit and train Pokemon. VP cannot be directly purchased, so keep battling and gaining VP to power up your team even more. So it says you can earn VP for every win. Currency and VP are different. So the game is saying there's going to be multiple currencies. But because of this line, I think we can give a little bit of credibility to what Pokemon Champions may have at launch. And Pokemon Champions did say 2026 in the most recent trailer, and we do have a release date here. So it seems Pokemon Champions will have 350 Pokemon estimated at launch, more to be added each new season. There will be a free digital download on the Switch 1, 2, and mobile. So they're saying free-to-play game, which honestly makes a lot of sense to me. And it's going to be released January 23rd, 2026. And I do think early 2026 makes a lot of sense. Get this out there before Pokemon Day, which is about February 27th. Get this out before then so Pokemon Day can focus on the 30th anniversary, focus on Generation 10. Pokemon Home is compatible at launch, which we did hear that Pokemon Home will be allowing you to transfer all your Pokemon, so that's great. Ranked mode will have seasons that last 2 to 3 months with regulation rules. Both ranked and casual modes are available, plus a new Battle Frontier-like mode with various challenges and tiers. So this is the new part. Battle Frontier-like mode makes a lot of sense because we haven't seen a Battle Frontier in the mainline Pokemon games in an incredibly long time. So putting like the high level battle content in a separate game actually makes a lot of sense, especially if Game Freak doesn't want to worry about that type of content anymore. Some challenges get harder as you go. Your opponent's Pokemon will level up as you progress. Rental teams are available, but only in casual mode, not available in ranked. So it seems like in Pokemon Champions that you can use VP to rent out a Pokemon, but it didn't really say it's limited, right? So this is something I would ding against this, that, this is putting a limitation, but there is rentals and you can use VP for those rentals, which is, makes a lot of sense to me. There will be special modes like level 50, level 100, and gimmick challenges. For example, a Dynamax only challenge or type specific challenges makes a lot of sense. I think that is just what would make sense for a battle only game. One challenge would be like a Nuzlocke sort of. If a Pokemon faints, it can't be used again until you beat a certain tier. You can't heal your Pokemon until you have won 10 consecutive battles. Every 10th battle will be a gym leader or a familiar NPC. If your whole team faints before you can heal, you'll have to start over. So different types of challenges, not a Nuzlocke mode, but some sort of like battle road where we have to just keep winning and winning before our Pokemon get knocked out. The NPCs and gym leaders will change every time. Challenges with special rewards unavailable in the store will take place. Okay, so essentially special events. This happens in mobile games, limited time special events. Rewards include clothes for your trainer, stadiums, held items, and Pokemon clothes. So reasons to do it. And actually held items is very interesting because we did see held items in the trailer, but obviously you can't transfer held items through Pokemon Home. You would have to get them through Champions somehow, so that makes sense. Do these events, get VP, potentially purchase held item. VP can be spent on healing items and general held items, while currency can be spent on stadium skins, clothes, and exclusive held items. So essentially, the game is free to play. VP you can only earn by playing the game, but you can spend real money, and with that real money, you can buy cosmetics. Exclusive held items makes me a little bit worried because that has a competitive advantage. Hopefully, that's not true, but I can definitely see premium currency for drip, which honestly is fine for me in mobile games. You can also buy currency of real money. There won't be a competitive battle mode in Gen 10. This is huge. This will be the replacement. This is so they can make the mainline games larger, more expansive, and overall improve gameplay and graphics. Now, this is a bombshell thing. If this is real, this is bombshell. Gen 10 is a single player only experience or an experience that will not be focused on online competitive play. That means they can do a lot with Gen 10. They can definitely focus more on the story, on the characters, on the Pokemon designs, on the different gameplay elements outside of traditional battling as well. This might be the best thing for the general Pokemon community, because then you can just transfer those Pokemon to Pokemon Champions and then actually just battle and have a in-depth battles. Now we have a second Pokemon Champions leak, and this leaked on June 17th. And the reason why I'm going to give this some oxygen is it does mention victory points are a free currency earned through tournaments and other events. So once again, we'll just have to see if this is real, but I'm going to give it a little bit of light. And the first thing it does mention gives it even more credibility. I don't believe IVs can be adjusted. It isn't mentioned in the tutorial text, and I suspect that they're forced to max value on everything. EVs can be adjusted at any time, and they seem to have simplified it. So from the trailer, we can see that the Gardevoir that we are looking at has perfect IVs, and they don't mention IVs on any of the customization. It's only EV training, nature changing, move changing, and ability changing, and then it says commence training, and it costs VP to do that. Nothing about IVs, and when you run the calcs on these stats, it is assuming the Gardevoir has perfect IVs. And it also definitely simplified EV training by making it so it is a total of 66 stat points. There's no more 252, then 4. They actually even gave us technically an extra stat point because it used to just be 65 stat points. Now it's 66. So they definitely simplified the whole EV training thing, which is great because it's very confusing for new people to get into. So I'm going to give this a lot of oxygen. Now, this is something that gets me really excited for Champions. There is a campaign mode with 2 paths. Held items, natures, and specific Pokemon are gated behind different progression points. The text mentioning that Pokemon did not outright say legendary and mythical, meaning it may be possible that they will gate high usage or more popular Pokemon behind it. It is made clear that you will still have to have campaign mode gated Pokemon in Pokemon Home to use them. Campaign mode battles sometimes allow you to bring your own team, and sometimes you are given a preset team. So campaign mode, sometimes bring your own. You have a rental team. These battles can be singles, doubles, triples, rotations, inverse, type exclusive raids, and possibly more. So the sky's the limit on the different types of battles in this campaign mode. I do not know how difficult the battles are, but you only have 5 daily attempts before you have to spend 1 or 2 in-game currencies for more, which honestly makes sense. Mobile game currency stuff, energy to do your daily stuff fits along. Unfortunately, and this is how they're going to get money from you with different types of currency. You cannot switch between paths freely. One path must be finished first. The campaign mode paths will have new additions with each new competitive season that is added. There will be seasonal events, which honestly makes sense as a mobile game. It will have extra cosmetics for your character, Pokeballs, and entrance effects. Those require you to spend a daily attempt for each progression point like the campaign paths. And then once again, victory points are a free currency earned through tournaments and other events. Challenger points are paid currency. Players will be able to set up rental teams with 2 privacy modes, either making the team public to all or friends only. These teams are restricted to friendly matches. They cannot be used in tournaments, seasonal events, or campaign mode battles that allow selecting your own Pokemon. Friendly battles are available at any time, and all of the modes available in campaign mode are available there as long as you played it once. Which is actually really good because I hate content that is gone forever. As long as you access the content once, it's going to stay there forever, so you have at least a chance to beat it, which I do think is really good. But it sounds nice at the very least that there is going to be some sort of robust campaign mode that may have trainers from the main series games that we can battle that are going to have various different elements, whether it's single, double, triple, rotation, Terra, whatever types of battles. And the only thing that has me a little bit worried is gating some Pokemon behind these campaign modes, and whether that we have to unlock them in this campaign mode first before we can bring them over to from Pokemon Home into Pokemon Champions. But I do think they'll probably have some sort of gatekeeping, because if they allow every single Pokemon into the game at the beginning, then I don't know how they're going to update the game with incentives that are going to be very interesting for players, because you got to think about it. Mobile games, they got to make their money and they got to last as long as possible. So they are going to try to squeeze as much out of it. Hopefully it doesn't interrupt with VGC stuff, but the fact that this potentially could be the only way of doing competitive battling for the future, especially for tournaments, I hope they don't do anything too crazy. At the very least, we'll probably just start with like a regional dex, which we are very similar with in pretty much every other Pokemon game. But let me know in the comment section below how you feel about Pokemon Champions. Do you believe in these two different leak 4chan posts? Personally, I think some things are very believable, some things aren't, but we just won't know. But I do like that this one had a release date of January 23rd, because January 23rd is a great release date, and if it does come out then, I'll absolutely be covering on the channel and definitely make my content for it. But anyways, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, support my work by becoming a channel member, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a great one.